This is part of the Cooperative Burn Week in Iowa. This is burning the Mondamin unit. That's Division Charlie down on the road. We broke it up into 3 divisions to accomplish this pretty complicated burn. All the shots will be from Division Alpha. This is all just highlights of the burn.
There you go. Yep. You can kind of keep doing a wrist flick and just hitting whatever you can. Keep working your way up. Yes. Oh, that's probably good. He did. I didn't. I had to switch over to 2 because I'm not getting repeater half the time. Awesome. Let that go through a check, yeah. There you go. And so one thing you also want to do when you... Alright, so now you're going to go into your check up to maybe 10 feet in on that little deer trail. Perfect. Come back down to me. We want to see what our cedar's going to do. Go ahead and light off the bottom and come up to me. So now take a look at your wind. Keep going. There you go. Stop. So what we want to make sure is we don't get anything whipping off that edge. You can always back away if I stand here and it's too hot. No, let's see what this does.
Okay.
I didn't even know he was up there. So go ahead, and now we're going to cut back in here, and we're going to make a V. So now pick up your torch, come back to me, and watch what your fire does. So now see how it's laying in? So, yeah, by making that a tighter V, you create the updraft a little hotter. Here, it's a little cooler, which means it could shift on you. There's a way to force it, going back that way forces it a little harder. Go ahead and pick up your torch, and we'll get out of this heat. Right here.
On this corner down here, I'll get behind you.
Okay. This is gonna may come rolling right over the top, so we may do some jogging here. Okay, so now we have some cedars here that we don't really want to go off this close to the line. So when we get up here, we want to look at which way our fire is going, and we're going to go up and light around that base, light off of each side, let that fire roll away from us, and try not to set the cedars on fire. So come on up.
Bring it.
Yep, bring fire. And we'll stop right here. Pick up your torch. Let's go in. Now we want to keep an eye behind us and see what this is doing. So let's put a V right here. Go ahead and light up right there. And put a line straight down to you. Perfect. Now that's going to pull in and roll that a little to the left. Yep. Now let's come down to here. You come up right up to here. There you go. Start back on your line out here. If that gets hot, step back, let it cool off. Perfect. Let's go into here. Keep lighting. Now we're going to take as far in there as you can get on this side of the stump. My side, your side. Flick it in there and come back. On this line. Bump out towards me, bump out. Got a little bit of wind shift there, keep lighting. Alright, come on back down. So you want to light about right there on this wet line. So you're following the wet line now. There you go. Keep going. We had a lot of wind moving in different directions on that hillside. Just look at the smoke and look downhill. Smoke downhill's moving in a different direction. Well, let's go ahead and pick up our line. Let's start bouncing along. You might flick it out in there now and then, different things. Try not to set these big heavy woodies on fire.
Let me know what it does to here.
Flicking, your job, ideally your job would make this completely black along this line.
Yeah.
Not possible here. So now you're hitting anything that looks like it'll burn. We want it to burn before the water trucks get here. So you can lay right along the top of that log on that fuel. And hopefully that won't start that log, but it's pretty wet. We'll probably be okay. We'll keep going. Go on and bump up. Stay high on this ridge so it'll back into here slow. Stay above my wet line. Now your fire is coming back towards me. So we might want to hold up a minute and see what it does here. Could just be a barrel roll rolling through here. We don't want to push it across this line. That looks good. You can go ahead and flick some more up in there and let's keep going. This is Elder. Hold up.
What's your plan of attack?
I have no wind up here at the moment. I'll probably wait till that second UTV bumps up and then we'll size it up and move from there. Hold up there.
Good copy. You think we need to move other UTVs this way?
Let me take a look up top. The second one should be coming up the hill here shortly once it's mopping up behind us. And then we'll make that move or that decision.
Copy. Sounds good. Give me updated.
Yeah, this is that cutout. We're about 12 feet below the prairie above us, and that prairie is still a solid 10 feet above the prairie behind us. The wind is in our face coming out of the unit. If we have a spot fire, it's going to spot fire on a very steep downhill.
I copy. I'm going to head up there and take a look at it.
Copy that, we're holding. I'm going to drop down below you to back up that crew. Cut that line right here and then put that whole top out. You go ahead and go up on top, just put that line out, walk that way. Keep going, you're good. Once you get that, I need you to come back to me. Okay, we're going to need you to get back down because you're the lead truck now. So let's just break it. Good. Yeah, keep lighting. When you're ready, I'll hand this back to you.
What?
When you're ready, I'll hand this back to you.
Ready.
There you go.
Thank you.
Now look at your fire. It's wind's landing. We've got a wind shift. Now those poor bastards are eating smoke. Blow your torch out and let's step back. We want to, that'll want to push across the line. Now we don't have a pump. The fuck? God damn it. Be nice to have a flapper. We could use water. Put all this out, man. It's all been heated now with that go ahead and pick it up. Let's go again. So we're looking at the flames to see what our flames are doing. As long as they're leaning that way, we're golden. Let's keep going. Now you're going to flick this one back that direction. Perfect. Come on up to this point, and then flick it back in that direction. Set my stick on fire. So you're going to pull this strip, and you're going to strike it with this moving away from you. Throw it down there in the woodies. Perfect. There you go. Perfect. So you make it a sharp V like that. It gives it a stronger updraft, a stronger pull. Alright. And so you're the person who can screw everything up. So you always want to check your holding crew behind you. As you go, if they look like they're struggling, then you want to hold up. And they're not. I mean, they're fine. But that's generally your job, is to, all the work you're doing is actually behind you. So you always want to keep an eye behind you, looking back. At the same time, you don't want to trip.
So why don't you want to have gas?
Just gasoline?
Like gas between the fire.
Oh, so he wants to put out the back side of your fire, see what he's doing?
Yep, okay.
So if there's a gap, then he's got to wait for those two to close and then back away from him. So if you stopped here and then started like 5 feet up here,
right,
he's just stuck waiting for it to close. He's doing a really good job.
At this point, we're just about to hit the bean field and swing around to meet up with Division Bravo. That concludes all the highlights from this burn from the Division Alpha side.